Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Holly Earl about shark bait, which is going to be available Friday the 13th, May 13th. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, happy to be here. Excited to chat to you about this.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a shark movie.
It's a shark movie.
And
yes,
you're in a shark movie. What's that like?
Oh no, it's kind of insane. I read the script and I loved it, and I never thought I would be in a shark movie, to be honest. I've never done an action role, so this is totally new for me. Like, to do something so physical. So I was really, when I got the job, so excited to do it and get to go and be in the sea and be like literally defending myself against sharks, which is not something that everyone can say that they've done in their life. It's kind of like, hopefully I was going to say it's a once in a lifetime experience, but it probably would be if it was for real. So luckily I got to do it on film, so I don't actually have to deal with real life sharks.
Not only are you in a shark movie, you're in a stunning shark movie. Like, these shots, I want people to see it because they're just going to be mesmerized by a lot of the shots of the water and everything. I mean, what was that like, kind of seeing, like for you and the actors, what was that like, kind of seeing how they were making everything and making the shots and everything? Like, what was that experience like?
I mean, I've only seen like little bits. I actually haven't seen the whole film yet, so that's amazing for you to say. I'm excited to see it now, to see these beautiful shots. Obviously, the location that we were on was beautiful. We were filming in Malta, off the coast. You know, it was sunny, in the sea, out of the sea. You know, beautiful landscapes. And then, yeah, they were doing a lot of drone footage. So
yes.
Sometimes we would literally be out in the ocean by ourselves, isolated on a jet ski. So, because the boat that we had like a mothership where all the crew were, so the crew would be there, and usually we were kind of tied to the boat if we were doing close-up stuff. But for the wide shots, they can't be there. Like, you can't suddenly have this massive ship coming into the shot. So they would like kind of go off, and we would literally be in the ocean, isolated. So in those moments, you do kind of feel the fear. You're like, oh, actually, there might be some stuff in this ocean that I don't know.
There's some shots. It's always hard to do interviews like this because, like, you don't want to give out spoilers and everything. But there are some shots where I'm like, I'm looking at your character and I'm like, that must have been like scary for Holly to film. Like, there's certain shots that it's like, wow. Like,
I want to know what those shots are there. I'm like, oh, I wonder what those ones and what they look like. There was definitely, I mean, a lot of the stunts were definitely scary to do. I mean, I didn't get to do obviously the major, and we had an amazing stunt team that did the big crash, because I mean, I can't do that, definitely not. And they made us look badass in that shot. But we actually got to do like a lot of our own stuff, like getting, you know, there's a bit, I don't know if I can say actually, well, there's a bit where we're getting dragged through the ocean, me and my co-star, and, you know, we're tied to a boat, which is meant to be the
might be in the trailer for like 10 seconds, so I think you're okay.
Actually, I think it is. Yes, but getting dragged, like doing stuff like that, I've never done stuff like that before, so that was exciting. And there's moments, actually, I mean, it's scary, but there's also that feeling of thrill where it's kind of like being on a roller coaster, and for a moment you might be like, woo, this is really fun, and then you sort of have to remind yourself, no, it's a shark. It's
That's so
it's not meant to be fun. Yeah.
Well, there's some shots too that they're gonna see, like they're gonna see when it's out on the 13th. Like, there's some shots, Holly, where you're like you're above the water, like it goes from above the water to the water. Like the angles, there's certain camera angles. It's really cool. Like,
so you mean like the bobbing ones where it's like, yeah.
You know what I mean by that, right?
Underwater team who were like always in the water. Like, they would be in the water with their dive suits for like, I mean, we were in the water as well for like 12 hours. It
kind of bobs up and down, so like it shows you like swimming, and then it goes down to the water, and it goes back up. It's really cool. Like, I can't wait to see it. I talked about this before we kind of started as well. I mean, you know, shark movies, you know, crash, you know, stranded, sharks coming to eat you. I mean, you might or might not be shark bait in the title. But
I don't know.
I don't want to give too much away, but there is conflict with characters in this as well, on top of this whole crash and the shark attack situation. What was it like reading that in the script? That it's like, okay, there's mayhem shark, but there's other things happening too here.
I mean, yeah, there's definite drama that goes down. I think there has to be that conflict going on. I think when I was reading the script, that's what drew me to it, really, because as an actor, it's fun to do all the stunts. It's fun to react to sharks. Like, I love that stuff as well. But, you know, delving into the human psyche is my jam. Like, that's what I love. I love, like, dissecting people and why they do things. And those things in a scene when you've got two people who have that conflict is, I can't obviously say what happens, but yeah, that's really interesting to me to delve into. I think that's like a big acting challenge. And you know, and then you have like the shark going on as well. So you kind of got
oh yeah, the shark, I forgot.
And then that also going on, so that also drives the intensity of the drama. So yeah, a lot going on in this film.
When shark films come out, they hit hard, and people like me who love shark films, we love watching all of them and everything. Does it excite you that shark bait will be part of kind of those marathons of films that people will be able to do in the summer around Shark Week? Is that kind of really cool to think about as well?
Absolutely. I mean, I knew that people love shark films, but I think it wasn't until I did this film and I started telling people about it. I didn't realize, like, even some of my friends, I didn't realize were like mega fans. People love these films, so I'm excited to be hopefully part of that world. I love being able to tap into different worlds like that, being an actor, like jumping genres and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I want to go to these marathons. I didn't know that they were happening, but I'm going to be there.
But you know what? It's one of those things where I love when a shark movie comes out. You see the trailer. It's like, yeah, shark movie. You're dialed in and everything. It's cool to be part of that kind of world and universe where people are waiting for them and they're going to watch it all. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope so. I hope people love it as well. I mean, I love a shark film. I mean, I watched The Shallows sort of to prepare with Blake Lively because that is, I mean, for me, I mean, you have Jaws, obviously iconic, but that is one of the best shark films I think I've ever seen. I think her performance in that is amazing, and you know, her transformation in the film is amazing. So I kind of wanted to take inspiration from that. Obviously, not copy it because the films are different, like the situation is different.
Well, that's the thing about this. It's so great you said about situation. This is like a jet ski, like shark movie. Yeah, I know. Like sometimes
they hadn't crashed. The shark would have been fine, and he would have gone on swimming and
you haven't seen it yet, but you read the script, so you know what happens and everything. It irritates me how they get to that point, because it's not even just taking the jet skis, it's just the way they do it. It's just you know what I mean? It's like,
no, and bless her, she doesn't really, I don't think she really wants to go. She's quite a sensible character. She's like kind of the goody two shoes in the group, but you know what it's like being,
is that hard
younger, you would be like,
is that a hard exercise playing like kind of like you said, the goody two shoes, where it's like there's five of you, right?
Five of us.
Five of us, and yours is the one that's like only clear cut that you're like the goody two shoes. The others are more. No, but is that difficult? I feel like in like ensemble cast as an actor.
I don't know. I mean, I'm quite a goody two shoes. Yeah.
No, I mean like the other character. Your character is different than the other characters.
Yeah,
you see that right away in the film.
I think for this film, you have to have, like, if you're going to have a group of friends, you need to have people that are different. You need to have like.
Well, I don't know if the other four are that different. They all come off like, get out of here! You're causing all this stuff.
They're on spring break, man. They're enjoying themselves. They've been drinking that night, which is also not good. Don't jet ski and drive. No, not a good idea. That's probably why the crash happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been drinking all night, and you know, people do silly stuff when they're tipsy. But you know, with Nat, I love the fact that she's the goody two shoes. I think she's such a sweet character, and then I think it makes it even more stronger, like the journey that she goes through. And that's what drew me to the script when I read it, because you know, it's an interesting thing to play, to go from someone so sensible to then someone and kind of shy, she's sort of like introverted, to then be this person who's taking control and, you know, going toe to toe with a shark at some points, and really becoming this powerhouse of a person who's going to be changed forever.
There are some scenes where it's just Nat specifically, or just kind of focusing on Nat swimming and just kind of camera angles. What was that like? Because right off the gate, there's only 5 of you for like most of the movie and everything, but there are some scenes where it's literally like just your character and everything. What were the conversations like with, the directors and the writers in regards to that? And what was like the preparation wise a little bit about those scenes?
I mean, we had a lot of rehearsal time, so that was great because with a film like this where you're on the ocean and you don't necessarily have access like to James Nunn, the director, he would be quite far away. Because obviously when you're on a jet ski, we're floating, we're drifting, we're here, we're there. It was so busy all the time. So we had a lot of rehearsals. He made sure that we knew what we were doing when we got to set on the first day. Like we had our moves down pat, so there was no confusion there. But I mean, I found it scarier when it was just me, because before I would have like my co-stars, man. I would have like my team with me. So just being on the ocean by myself, it makes it a little bit more thrilling. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Holly, thanks so much for coming on Popternative to chat about shark bait. It was great chatting with you.
I loved it. Great chat. Loved it.
Friday the 13th, it's out. They're going to be able to watch it. And you know what? I'm telling all my viewers, this is a great shark film. You got to watch this heavy rotation the whole summer. This is the perfect summer movie. It's stunning. Your performance is fantastic in it. And it's going to be out pretty soon. Where can people follow you on social media to keep up to date with everything? Instagram?
I'm mostly on Instagram, so that would be Holly Earl. I think it's got 2 underscores. I need to get like my proper name. I need to drop those underscores. It's so uncool.
If they put Holly Earl, they'll probably find you.
I think it will come up. And then Twitter, but I don't really use Twitter as much. I'm mostly on Instagram.
Absolutely. This has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Look out for Holly Earl in Shark Bait, which is going to be available Friday, May 13th. Until next time, it's Holly and Petey Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.